Hello, hello?
Hello?
Hello? Is anyone out there?
It's a mom's night out.
Welcome to a mom's night out.
Oh, I didn't have my mic yet. Jeez.
We're jumping in.
Jumping right in.
Mandy's on a schedule.
I am. For those that are listening in the state of Massachusetts, it is school vacation week. Hope you're surviving.
Send help.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're on a tropical vacation.
Jealous.
Drinking drinks. I am not.
Nope.
Things could change. But yeah, hope you're all surviving. And yeah. And I think New Hampshire's the week after.
Oh.
Or were they this week?
I don't know.
No,
They're
Connecticut's this
offset.
week.
Yeah, they're offset by week. So yeah, I think Connecticut's. Yeah. Anyway, so for those in the New England states, well, you're feeling the pain one of these weeks. Okay, you guys, there's been some new developments in the Paige and Craig drama situation. I did not watch Craig on Watch What Happens Lives, but I did read about it.
He's embarrassing.
Also, like, just go away. Like, I understand you were blindsided.
Okay. Also,
He's hurt.
First of all,
He's hurt.
We all know it's been a proven scientific fact that Craig has liabetes. He just lies all the time. He just lies all the time. So like, I just don't believe a word that he says. And he's like, I'm not a part of this. Like, did you see that clip on Instagram?
I just read about it.
I watched the whole thing and he's like, Andy, I'm not a part of this. And Andy's like, well, you are actually. Like, there's like,
two of you.
like, what?
Oh my God, I have to watch the clip.
It
Okay.
was giving me like, I'm not going to look at my bank account vibes because I know there's not a lot of money in there. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, if I just avoid this, it'll go away.
Yeah.
But it's not going to go away. And I think he should have stood up for Paige and been like,
Well, I think it was weird that the big thing I read, and maybe it's not true, but like how he has not denied the cheating rumors.
yes.
Yeah.
And he won't.
And he won't. And he goes, his rationale was, well, I didn't make them. So because I didn't make the accusations, I don't need to defend
Liabetes.
her. Right?
No,
Isn't that
he
weird?
likes
So
the
what did
headlines
she
and he
mean
likes the sympathy.
to him.
Yeah,
That's what I
exactly.
think. At the end of the day, like, what did she mean to you if you're gonna just?
Yeah, like let it go
Exactly.
like
have
that.
her back.
Yeah.
And I think she was doing that for him. Like, she didn't talk about it.
No.
Yeah,
For
she
like
handled it very
over
gracefully.
a month.
Yeah.
She gave him all this time to like grieve, which is what he asked for. And yeah, Team Paige for life.
We were Team Paige before this
I know.
happened.
Yeah,
But
I mean, we all said
Also
yeah.
still Team Paige.
Yeah. Okay, another thing that has been cropping up. What the fuck? Popping up. I don't know.
It's a new word of the day.
Yeah, we're
It's the crop top.
the crop
Day
top.
of new words.
That's been propping up.
Popping up.
Popping up. I don't know. You know what? It's late. It's been a long day. It's been a long week.
Take a sip.
Something that I've been seeing in my algorithm has been Justin Bieber and how you got to Google it right now.
Okay.
He's
What's
been
going on with
looking
him?
just very frail, very like sunken in cheeks, like not well.
Like the Ozempic.
I don't
Is he
think
on
he's
the
on
Tom Brady diet?
Ooh, yeah.
No, he looks. Tom Brady just looks very chiseled. Justin Bieber looks unwell, and not unwell in the Alex Cooper way. I don't know. So people have been saying he's stressed about the P. Diddy stuff. Maybe it's the baby. Maybe it's Haley. And I just went back and listened to Alex Cooper's interview with Haley Bieber, and I did actually really enjoy her. So if you believe what she says, I think their marriage is solid. But he's not looking well, right? Are you looking?
Oh
at
yeah,
him?
he looks pretty thin. Well, in
Yeah.
this picture, he's wearing a bathrobe and some sort of expensive Uggs.
Oh yeah, he did go out in a bathrobe.
He looks like he's like
Why
leaving
is he
a
going out in
hospital.
bathrobes?
Well, you're welcome. You guys are all now going to
He
start
stole
to
Brooks's look.
you're still all now you're going to get all of the Bieber content delivered to your Instagram.
When
so
is-
you'll see over the next week.
When is their baby due?
No,
No,
they
they've
had a
already
baby.
had the baby.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Is he just feeling how is he
Yeah.
looking how
Oh,
every
he's-
mom feels after they have a baby?
Oh my God, this makes so much more sense
a
now.
mom.
He's not sleeping. He's
You're right.
tie-tie.
He's looking like
I mean,
every
they
mom.
definitely have a night nurse, but that's just
Yeah.
not the point.
I know.
You're right. He's sleeping.
I know.
just
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
All right. What else in pop culture can we talk about? Babygirl.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a topic of the night.
Yeah.
Whew.
Has anyone watched it here?
Well, we all had a homework assignment.
Me. I'm raising my hand.
I watched half of it.
I had to watch it over like 2 nights and a couple of days.
Yeah, it's because you can't watch it with children
No.
or your mother. That was my problem.
Wait, did you start it with your mom?
No, of course not. But I couldn't watch it while she was at my house.
Oh my God, I would have died.
I would have died.
So that's why I was like, playing
Yeah, for
it
a
when
while
she
I was
like
like
out of the room.
watching it on my phone in a different room.
Oh, smart.
Oh my God. No.
Okay, let's talk about it
let's
though.
talk about it. Okay.
Cringe. Like I felt like I was, that emoji, the monkey emoji, like covering the eyes.
Yeah.
I felt like I was like watching it through my hands the whole time. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
But before we do this,
Yeah.
you guys, there might be some spoilers. So if you want to watch this and not have any spoilers, maybe fast forward like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But just to bring people up to speed, if you haven't heard of Babygirl, it's like this erotic thriller with Nicole Kidman. She's a high power CEO. She's putting her, quote unquote, career and family on the line when she has a dominant-submissive affair with a much younger intern. So that's just giving you the backstory. If you want to watch it and not have any spoilers, stop listening right now. Fast forward.
So it's definitely like soft porn.
It was
Yeah.
uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
The first 52 minutes, that's the first segment I got through. It was uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like
it was really uncomfortable.
cringy. Like I when I watched the trailer, I thought it was going to be like so hot and like so amazing to watch. And then I was watching it and I was like, I hate this. I don't like it.
It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah. So, okay, I was reflecting on this. Also, what do you think of Nicole Kidman? Because then I like started having this conversation with myself while I was watching it. I was like, isn't Nicole Kidman, does she make me uncomfortable in most films that she's in?
Oh.
I don't know. She is.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, go ahead.
She looked fire.
Yes.
Her naked.
yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how old is she? 50 something?
She's in her 50s.
She looked unreal.
She's an incredible actress to be able to portray that character. Like, you like really got a
boobs
sense
real or
of
fake?
that character. I don't know.
I think they have to be fake.
Well,
she has
For
they're
being
nice.
that thin, they gotta be fake.
She has a couple of kids.
They're nice.
Let's Google it.
Her boobs are nice.
I mean,
But-
everything. Yeah. Her legs. I was like,
Her
girl.
abs. She had a full
Yeah.
chiseled abs.
Wait, but you know what I also liked about this is so you see people like that on screen, and clearly we all had thoughts in our head, but also it showed like her getting work done and her child like making fun of her.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or even him, right? He was like, "What's that?"
Yeah, the Botox,
the little
and filler.
bruise.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked fire. That's an interesting thought on does she make you uncomfortable? What other movies is she even in? I don't know if I could tell you those.
Wasn't she
Vanilla
in one?
Sky.
Oh, I haven't seen
I
that.
haven't seen that.
Wasn't she in one a long time ago with Tom Cruise?
Yes.
But what was the name of that one?
I think it's Something Eyes. Maybe
oh.
it's not Vanilla Sky. Maybe it's Something Eyes.
There, you gotta look.
That's the one I'm thinking of too.
I haven't seen it, but I
feel
remember
like
her
she
being in
hasn't
one.
been in like major movies.
Major
recently.
movies, no, but I love her in Big Little Lies.
Wait, yes, she has.
I love her in
What?
The Perfect Couple.
I guess those were shows.
She's really good in. I think she's a great actress. Wait, but back to this show, Babygirl movie. You guys, I don't understand the timeline because it's Christmas the entire movie.
Dead.
So I don't understand. Okay,
Yeah, like, it
there's
must
this
have been a
intern
short
that
affair.
comes in. It's right around like there's a Christmas tree. There's holidays.
Yeah, you're right.
And then it's like a very quick. And by the time,
only Mandy would pick up.
but the time by like the husband figures it out, the Christmas tree is still up. So
maybe
I'm like,
they left the Christmas tree up late.
2 months max.
through February.
She does not seem like that sort of person.
Listen, she was having an affair. She was busy.
I don't know. It was that timeline
That's
was
so
weird.
funny that
She
you
was
picked up
wearing
on
the
that.
same dress and from the family photos.
Oh yeah,
scene
to
to the family party scene.
yeah.
So there was just like, I'm trying to think if there's like something else going on in the movie that
we missed.
that we missed. Also, it felt very abrupt at the end. Like all of a sudden it was like the Esme girl is at her house telling her, I know what you've done. And
Okay. Also, can I ask this? Like the whole dog thing. So wait, she wanted to be a dog? I don't get it.
I don't get that either.
Like at
I
the
think that's just
end
part
when
of the
he's like sitting,
Yeah.
like, is
I
that
didn't
like a
read that.
submissive thing? I was like, what is happening? And she's like drinking milk, like a
That was the
cat.
most
I was like,
uncomfortable scene
I'm sorry, I don't
of
like it.
the movie. It was the most uncomfortable scene of the movie.
Wait, that movie going back, it's Eyes Wide Shut.
That's the one.
That's the one I was thinking of. I don't
But
know why I
when
said
was
Vanilla
that?
Sky.
That was like a few years ago.
1999.
Yeah, a few years ago. That
We were
was
children.
25 years ago.
Yeah, we were children.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she hasn't been in a ton of major movies.
She's been in great
Mostly
shows.
TV though. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
shows.
Okay.
No, I don't know, that whole movie, it was just uncomfortable. And then I was like, would this, yeah. And the woman, I was very disturbed by that Esme woman coming to her and being like, I know what you did. Like, no, she wouldn't go to your house. And it's just weird.
Yeah.
But I liked at the end when she, to the Sebastian guy, was like, fuck you, Sebastian.
Yeah, that was good.
But there were just missing pieces, I felt.
Do you
Like, it
think
wasn't a coherent, cohesive story.
What did you think about him?
the
Like his
husband?
looks? No.
Or no, Samuel, the intern,
the
or
intern.
Sebastian?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
Samuel
that
was not hot.
it for me. It was
No.
an interesting
Really?
cast.
He was not it for me.
But I think that's why they purposely
Chose him?
picked somebody like that.
Yeah. I was like, no,
Yeah.
gross.
How about when
Agree.
she was in the club? You may not have seen that scene.
Like, did
No.
she do drugs? I don't get it.
Yeah. That's a
There's some missing key details.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All right,
now
moving
that
on.
we've ruined the
What
movie
was-
for you all.
but what was your like most disturbing scene? Like I could tell you mine.
Yeah.
That when she's like licking the milk out of the saucer.
Yeah, same. Oh my God. I hated that.
Or
I
like
was
when
what?
he had like the treat and she
Yeah.
like had to like
No, all
crawl
the, like,
across the
submissive-
dirty
Is that
hotel room.
is
Yeah.
that typical of like a submissive dominant thing? Is that
I don't
like
want to
what people
Google it
do?
because I don't want that content
I don't
served to
know.
me. So
don't
if
know.
one
Somebody
of,
write in and tell us. Are any of our listeners in a sexual relationship like that? Tell us more.
not for me, guys.
You
Yeah.
could come on anonymously as a guest.
Isn't this what the Killing Kittens thing? They do this, right?
Oh, I don't know.
That seems like in a higher end sort of way. This
I don't
seemed
know.
weird.
Dude.
It was very weird.
I
That
don't
scene
like
also,
it.
the candy in the hand made me uncomfortable.
I don't like it.
I was like, oh no.
The second half isn't as cringy.
Yeah, it gets better.
Yeah. I guess it gets better in that aspect,
It
but
gets
not.
it gets less cringy, but
gets
the
less
beginning
cringy.
is cringe.
Also, when she was watching her daughter in the pool, I was just like with that neighbor.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing was wrong. Okay. So, okay, we're done. We're done. We're moving on.
through it.
Hell.
I feel like I'm like fidgety, uncomfortable talking about
Yeah.
that movie. It was just so.
She's not winning any awards for that, I don't think. I
It
think
was
she probably
uncomfortable.
thought maybe she was gonna.
I mean, she crushed that role. She looked great. That she had just her being able to act in that sort
Yeah.
of role. Like, what?
Do you think Keith Urban was like, I hate this movie?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That is a tough conversation to have with your spouse. Like, I'm going to do this. You should read the script. Imagine.
He's
Yeah.
like, okay, we're doing this.
Well, then he was like, I'm going on tour for 2 years. Bye.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe
He was
that's
like,
why she's
I've
been
been
so busy making stuff.
I can't deal with you. If you're gonna be doing this, I'm leaving.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And this is going to be an interesting transition. So Nicole Kidman was like this boss babe, I guess is how you could call her, at least in like the CEO thing, and well, not in the bedroom with this guy. But I know Jenny and I have been obsessed. And Jen, you've actually like really surprised me with your reading on this one.
so much.
We've
reading.
been reading The Fourth Wing, the whole
know.
Empyrean series from, I'm forgetting her name right now.
Rebecca Yarros,
What's her name? Rebecca.
the author.
Yeah, Yarros.
Yeah, Rebecca Yarros.
I know. Well, it's funny because I feel like we always bring these things to people first. One of the potential words of 2025 was romantasy. Do you remember?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And this is like one of those romantasies.
I have not read this book and I will not be reading it. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
See, it's one of those, like, I read the description and I was like, I am not going to like this. But once you start reading it,
I know.
It's
so why?
addicting.
Why do you love it so much?
I think it's just, well, my typical books I read are like the stupid chick lit, just absolute pure trash. Like this, like The Devil Wears Prada.
And what
like
is
all that
this?
stuff? This is like a little bit different. I'd say this is like a romance / thriller / fantasy.
Yeah.
Almost like Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Exactly
Yeah.
like Game of
Okay.
Thrones.
Okay.
And you just never know. And like there's this like underdog woman in this story.
Wait.
Yes.
Also, I have a question. Why is this hitting now? Like this book, some of these books have been out for a while. Like why all of a sudden is it the hot topic?
I think because like, well, the third one was just released a couple
released.
weeks ago. And like
Yes.
people were like waiting for its release. Although it's going to be a series of 5.
I know. But
And
I think
she's
taking a break.
She's taking a break.
But I think going back to your question, I think this is different from Game of Thrones because there is this like romantic female sexual like power in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think women are really like into that right now.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's good.
And they're going to do a TV series on it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
But also
that's
people
another
who
reason.
like this, after this, you should read A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yeah, you said
Same
that.
thing. It's so good. Like it was such a very different book than I've ever read, and I loved it.
Okay, so I know you're actually reading. Do you buy all the books or do you take them out at the library?
I buy them.
Wow. And so are you reading them or
Well,
listening?
these ones I was reading and listening.
I know.
That's how I got through them so fast.
Oh my God.
Because I was listening in the car
That's
driving
genius,
up to
actually.
Vermont. And then at like night or sitting even in like the lodge.
you double bought the book?
Yeah.
Jen, that seems financially
But wait, I asked.
irresponsible.
Okay, so today was a book club. There was a book club at work where people read the third book and I couldn't get, that was also my motivation. I couldn't get there. I've started the third book, but I am not there.
Who are these people that are just reading books
I think
so
because
fast?
they started, a bunch of them recommended Fourth Wing like
months ago.
year,
Yeah.
and then they passed it around the office.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I was like, oh, I'm not, it's going to take me too long to read it.
But you did it. New
I
year,
know.
new
I'm
you.
so
You're
proud.
Like an avid reader.
Well, I
now.
didn't get to
Okay,
the
but
third one.
I'd love
Still.
to know, how do you feel about reading at night? Isn't it nice
It's very
to
nice.
shut your brain off and
Yeah.
read the book?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it is
love
nice.
it.
I only get through like 10 pages.
I think
But
that's
that's
okay.
fine. That's
and
okay.
then I fall
A
asleep.
good wind down.
Yeah.
That's okay. Wait. And so I think, Katie, you added this, that people are calling it fast fashion writing, lazy writing.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
so when I was, Googling so that I could add to the conversation with you guys, since I haven't read it,
It's okay.
all these articles were coming up saying like, this is poorly written. They were calling it the fast fashion of literature, saying like, these are just like to get like,
I would challenge them because there's so many other book series like that. Have you guys read like The Maid, The Housemaid?
Oh,
yeah.
Like
Those
same
are good.
stuff.
I know.
They're awesome, but
I know.
like they're not like
all
riveting.
all the scholars like to just take their
Yeah.
swings
I
when they
mean,
can.
yeah.
But that's what the people want, and you have to give the people what they
Yeah.
want. Fast fashion.
You need a mix of everything.
Yeah.
I agree. No, it was just interesting that came up
Yeah,
a lot. It was
I
getting a
hadn't
lot of
seen that.
flack.
It's wild. Maybe that's why
What do they
Rebecca
want us
Yarros is
reading?
taking a break.
I don't know.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, basically.
No.
That would take me forever to
Basically.
read.
Maybe
No.
maybe the Bible.
Maybe the Bible.
Something. Pop culture.
Yeah. Let's take a turn.
Moving on.
Okay. Let's talk about pop culture time capsules.
I love this.
Because we're in 2025, 5 years into the
Oh,
2020s.
Oh.
Let's reflect on how we would preserve today's pop culture, which it has come at us fast and furious. I think COVID like played a huge hand in that because we
Wait.
were all just sitting at home like looking
Guys.
out our windows.
Should we make an MNO time capsule?
Oh, that
I
would be
mean,
cool.
yeah.
Were we going to bury it in someone's yard?
Yeah.
Hadn't thought that far in advance, Katie.
Okay, more on
Gotta
that
wait for
later.
the snow to melt.
Okay, wait. So how do we play? Tell us how this
Okay.
game works.
So you have to reflect on the last 5 years and each of these categories, what you would include in the time capsule that was reflective of the
Okay.
last 5 years.
All right.
All right.
And we're keeping it,
I have a walk-on
fun.
addition to my answers.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay.
A few.
Hit us with the
The
question.
first one is movies or TV.
Okay. I mean, obviously, Real Housewives, we can just push that to the side. I think Emily in Paris, definitely within the past 5 years. And you guys, White Lotus, because they're coming out with a new season.
Oh,
How
that's a good
addictive
one.
has that one been?
Wait, and this is not a spoiler alert. This is in all the trailers. Are there 2 repeat characters this time?
Oh, I haven't seen any of the
I haven't
trailers.
seen
so.
it.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't wait for it to come out.
I know.
It's
I'm
so
excited about that.
I know.
Okay. I would put in the time capsule Wicked. I'm sorry. It was so good. And
I agree with
Ariana
that.
Grande. I mean, there's so many, I feel like, Disney movies that you could throw in there too.
Yeah,
I know.
But
I know. I could have.
Wicked
I had
for
to
me.
think,
I picked one.
like at the moment.
I know. I was leaning more towards Frozen, which I feel like maybe it's just because I have kids this age and I watched, I think I've memorized every word.
Oh yeah,
Oh, for
I think
sure.
we
Frozen.
could definitely probably act out Frozen right now.
Yeah, for sure. They should actually.
Yeah,
Or
I
like
mean,
Moana.
basically-
Or
yeah,
Moana.
Like, how many times do you think you've seen those movies?
100.
Yeah.
More.
God bless.
Yeah.
Great movies though. Thank God.
All right. What about next question? Music. So what artist or song would you put in the time capsule?
I would have to say Taylor Swift.
I was
like
gonna.
that.
I had to copy Jen with that because I just
Yeah.
feel like that's been
She's like
iconic over the past few
I know.
years.
I like that. Okay.
You had some good ones.
I put Chaperone. You know, up until recently, I didn't even know who that was.
I still don't know who
Jen.
that is.
Jen was trying to tell us
Same.
who it was a few episodes ago,
Pink Pony.
but Pink Pony Girl. But I actually, yeah, you sang it on here. Want to sing it again?
Nope.
But I was dying because I was driving my daughter and her friends somewhere, and they were like, "Put on Chaperone," and I was like, "Who? What?" Guys, I felt old for the first time. But like Doechii,
Don't know who that
Benson
is.
Boone,
I don't know
Noah
who that
Khan,
is.
like you obviously didn't watch the Grammys then.
Yeah. They're
Did
all
not.
like the latest.
Like best new
Yeah.
artist, like
Yeah.
all those people. Candidly, I didn't know who Doechii was either, but apparently she is the best new hip hop artist. And so I think she's got to go in there.
I don't know. I also think
Anybody?
this is like maybe some people that are really into music might cringe when I say this, but I also think there was like the rise of TikTok and Instagram famous music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's no longer like musicians putting out albums.
Agree.
It's like one-off hits.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you can get famous because
Yeah.
you had a one-off hit that
Yeah.
was found on a reel on Instagram and now you're
Yeah.
a celebrity.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's a good point.
All right. Okay, so we covered movies, music. What about sports? So what jersey or story would you drop in that time capsule?
I mean, I think Nike did a really good job with their Super Bowl commercials
It was so
highlighting
good.
Oh,
what
yeah.
It was so good.
women's sports are just everything.
It's
It's
funny. All of
awesome.
us put women sports.
I
down
know.
on this.
I put the PWHL jerseys because that's new, the new professional women's hockey league, and they're doing amazing things. So I put that in there.
I agree. Keep going, ladies. Keep going.
I
Right.
put the and I'm gonna butcher her name, but the women's rugby star for Team USA who just became like Instagram, TikTok famous during the
Oh.
Olympics.
Yes.
Ilana.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that how you
Ilana.
say it?
Yeah.
Mayor.
Mayor.
Guys, I still follow her. She is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
Like
have to
she
follow her.
became like she has a couple million followers. Just the Olympics, she
She's amazing.
dominated.
Love.
Truly. Okay. How about celebrity drama feuds? What's worth noting?
Okay. Obviously, these are two very recent ones, but Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni,
Yes.
Obviously.
and then Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
who I didn't know were feuding until the Super Bowl.
Me
Me
neither.
neither.
Like,
And
Also,
Kendrick dragged him
also-
through the mud.
guys, I was thinking about this. 2025 is the year of petty, and that confirmed it for me. I'm gonna be petty in 2025.
Actually, yes.
Mike was like appalled. I didn't know about this.
I
No, I
didn't
had
know
no
about it
idea.
either. And like his number one song, like, is about
about it.
Drake.
I know.
I never heard that before. Like, I sing it. I listened to that song at the gym. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
The fact
What are-
he
what
brought
are they
out
mad at each
SZA
other about?
and Serena.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What are
What?
they? What are they mad about at each other
don't know
about?
what
I thought it was about Diddy.
About
and about
that, like
that
he's
whole-
like, you're a creep and you're
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah.
Go Kendrick. Go
I know.
Kendrick. Go. I'm a fan, and his jeans were so cute.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah,
As
I'm-
soon as he came up, I was like, Mike.
I know.
Mike hated me from that moment on the rest of the night.
My middle child was like, those are fancy jeans, and I was dead. I was like, what?
him.
Why do you think that? He's
low
like,
rise
obviously.
flares.
they are.
They're coming back.
They're like 5,000.
God help us.
Okay, wait. And Blake and Justin, like, what team are you? That's who I was gonna say.
Oh, guys,
Wait.
it's getting weird because I was Team Blake in the beginning, but I think it's very weird now. He has come out and has actually published on the website, which I did go look at briefly. It is wild how the texts that she put in the lawsuit were very edited down.
Really?
Very edited down, like had deleted major parts of the conversation, which gave context. Again, there's 3 sides to every story.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I just think it's like, I do think it's creepy that he was like, voice memoing her, and those are creepy. And he was probably like annoying her, and she had just had enough. Honestly, I'm still Team Blake.
I'm Team Blake too.
And it's wild though, you guys. This isn't supposed to go to court until I think 2026 or 2027.
What? I know, and
so it's just gonna hang out there.
I'm also just like appalled that like people are just so quick to bash Blake. Like, I don't know. That's been interesting to see on social media.
I agree with you.
I made like a comment on something and I was like, Team Blake. And people were like attacking me. I was like, whoa, I never said that. I just said Team Blake.
It's just so interesting how you can have these two huge differences and they can both be spun in very different ways against each other.
Listen,
they say it's scary.
There's 3 sides to every story.
Also, one thing that stood out to me in all of this, because like everything you just said, the voice note seemed off, maybe her text, but one of the things that she said was that there was like a topless scene and she asked them to look away and they wouldn't. And I was like, and then like there were other times where he was like licking her neck or something, and I was like,
he's creep. He's a creep.
Disgusting.
I feel like that probably happens all the time.
Oh, and I thought that too.
Cameron
I was like,
Diaz recently came out and said, Cameron Diaz has been gone from acting forever, and she was like, no,
she's back.
This really happened.
She was like, you knew the people in the industry who like you did not want to work with.
Wait,
don't you think
so
that's like
upsetting.
every industry?
Every industry has those. Yes,
I mean,
it's insane.
We all in our industries.
Yeah, all of our industries we know.
100%.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, sucks to be a woman. Okay,
let's go back to
let's go back to the time capsule.
Go back to the time capsule.
I don't know when this happened. It feels like it was before 2020, but I'll say Real Housewives of New Jersey when Teresa flipped the table, and I was like, we are on. This is
dude, that was
like 1998.
That was probably like 20 years ago.
It was.
I would still put it in there.
Andy Cohen didn't have gray hair yet.
I like that. Or the Monica feud on Real Housewives.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
That keeps coming back to haunt them all.
I know. I wish they would bring her back. Just get her back on there. It's good TV.
Oh my God.
Okay. How about fashion, trend, color, item that summarizes the last 5 years?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I feel like high-rise pants. You guys.
That's true. When we were growing up, it was low rise.
Like low rise. Like if you didn't see your butt crack, your pants were too high.
Like
you remember
or your pubic hair, basically.
Or your underwear.
Yes, basically. Like your G-string hanging out.
G-string that you got from what were those stores at the mall that had like all the G-strings?
Hot Topic.
You know what I'm talking about?
Victoria's Secret.
Like Charlotte Roos, I feel like had G-strings.
Yeah.
Ew. Like imagine your daughter wearing a G-string. Like that's what we were doing.
No, I hope
it terrifies me.
I hope the pants. I hope it stays high. I hope that waist
high rise for life. Same.
But like at some point they got a little bit too high. Now I feel like we're inappropriate.
Agreed.
Like a mid-rise.
Mid-rise.
Yeah,
mid-rise.
Hopefully it never goes back down
to low rise.
I need a lot more
the moms say no.
Exercises.
You guys, but the way it's coming around, I feel like it's going to hit when our kids are in that prime time age.
And when we're like 55 and we're going to be like, no.
Well, we're past it. We're mom jeans. We're mom jeans for life.
Like the spandex pants, like the... You know what I'm talking about?
The pregnancy ones? Maternity pants?
No, like just like ones with the spandex waistband. You know what I'm talking about? Like khakis with spandex waistband that old people wear.
Do I have a minute for a very embarrassing story?
Sure.
Okay. So when I lived in the North End, I forget there was like a really fancy like store there and they were having a sale of like jeans. And I'll never forget, like the line was at the door and I was waiting and I got inside finally to like access the jean sale. And I picked out a pair of maternity jeans. Guys, I was not pregnant at the time. And I went to the changing room and I tried them on and I was like, this is awesome.
Did the lady tell you?
Yeah, I was like, wow, the waistband, you can like pull it in and out. And I came out and I was like, this is great. And she was like, those are maternity jeans.
She's like, ma'am, put them back.
She's like, no.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, imagine that
If
should
you
be a
bought
trend.
them, that would have been funny.
It would have been really funny.
Okay, Jenny,
Okay,
what about you?
I think I have two. So I would go with multiple ear piercings,
Oh.
which I've always had, but I think they came back with like great
No,
vengeance.
for sure.
Yeah.
I see that.
And then I also just think yoga pants have become like a staple of like our everyday, which
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not against.
Athleisure,
Like
yeah.
I wear them on the weekends. So it's like my
Yeah.
daytime,
I'm wearing them right
sometimes
now.
evenings, sometimes while I'm working from home. So
Yeah, athleisure all the time.
or yeah,
Totally.
maybe athleisure.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, similarly, I put sneakers because I feel like
Yeah.
That's
sneakers
a good one.
came
Yeah.
back with a vengeance. Like before, it was like you were wearing heels or you were dying.
Yes.
Yeah, blizzards.
Yeah, you're right.
Heels.
Now I'm like,
Rainstorm,
I
heel.
am going to wear these
Walking a
cute
mile,
sneakers.
Heels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sneaker. I hope sneakers stay for life.
Me
Well, now I
too.
think we're at the age where,
Yeah.
it's fine.
guys,
Jen's
no,
looking mortified over there.
no, take it back.
All right, and final item.
Ooh,
What is it in the time capsule?
a wellness item.
Which is probably just on its own the fact that it's an item on here.
True. You're right.
But what would you do?
I'd put a sauna in. You know,
Yeah.
I love sauna life. And
Yeah.
I feel like saunas are hot now.
Yeah.
Like no one was sitting in the sauna.
Bless you. Yeah.
For years, people like saunas were going like unused. I feel like even at hotels.
Yeah. You're
Think
right.
back, like all the hotels had them, but they were like off and cold and no one was using them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now sauna is like the hot thing that everyone's doing. I mean, there's literally retail places that are just sauna places,
I mean,
which is insane.
yeah. A lot of benefits.
I think you have the opposite,
I know. I did ice plunge baths.
Yeah.
Or
Cold,
which I
cold
feel
plunge.
like is
yeah,
also like there's places that are
100%. You can sit in the sauna and then go in the cold plunge. That's a good one.
I keep getting fed, and I don't know if it's because somebody's looking at these things, but I've been getting fed these like backyard setups of ice plunge,
Raising
sauna, hot tub, and I was like, "What is the universe telling me? Like,
You
do
need
I
that.
all
That.
three of these?
I
Yes.
have
Who
not
else is looking at
yes,
these?
you do.
I have not been looking at them, but I like that journey for you.
yeah,
me
I will
too.
come over.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be over.
Podcast is moving to Jenny's house.
And I put supplements, all the supplements. I feel
Yeah.
like everybody is
Yeah.
on a supplement.
Supplements. I know.
And I'm not talking like calcium and magnesium. It's like all this like just weird shit.
Creatine.
Yeah.
I know we talked a lot. I was Googling
Colostrum.
it after our last episode
Yeah.
with Stacy. I was like, wait, I feel like I
Yeah, I
need
mean, we
more.
probably all need it, but I feel like that was never a thing.
No,
before.
that-
Yeah, you're right.
Creatine, like bodybuilders took it, like dudes
Yeah, you'd-
took it.
yeah.
Remember? Like,
Yeah.
and it was like kind of like frowned upon to take it.
Yeah.
I remember like the wrestlers in high school took it.
Yeah.
Well,
And you were like, he's on creatine.
everybody can be a wrestler.
Yeah. All right,
And
ladies.
that's where we're going to end.
Cheers.
Have a good night.
Good luck on February break.
Bye.
Bye.